And action.
Good work. You earned this, twin. You'll be seeing me again, though.
Come on, bro. I stay ready.
All right, that's a bet.
Appreciate you, bro.
And that's good work. Keep going, twin.
You too. Good luck the rest of the season.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
What's one thing that you want to make sure that you get in the game?
Up next. Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. With Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson. We'll be hearing from Allie LaForce from the sideline. So here's Dallas's starting group. They've got Kyrie Irving. Anthony Davis is out there with Najee Marshall. Then it's MP, and it's Gafford in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Warriors, Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. And it's Payton in at the small forward position. And with this being the first game of their NBA Cup campaign, the goal is to make it out of the group stage.
Yeah, B.A. We get 4 teams in each conference that make it. It's the 3 group winners plus a wild card. One thing to keep in mind, point differential could be key in advancing.
And so it's Golden State with it after the basket by Dallas. Kuminga's shot is off. Kuminga against Davis. Pass to Marshall. Back to MP. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Marshall, guarded by Payton. Marshall with the bucket.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Now here's Kuminga. Here's Green. Here's Payton. And it's blocked by Davis.
An impactful defensive presence. AD is outstanding at coming up with blocks.
Pass to Irving. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Steve Kerr. What'd you find out, Allie?
We spoke about Kyrie Irving and what the most challenging thing about defending him is, and he told me, quote, just how creative he is when he's handling the ball. We want to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, even if it means sending double teams occasionally. We'll see if this game plan works out for them, guys. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Irving, following the score by Golden State. 14 feet away. Another one falls for Dallas.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Outside Kuminga. Back to Curry. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Perfect timing to rise up and challenge the shot inside.
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously. Well, due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
Well, Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
And so it's Dallas with it, after the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago.
The big story thus far, how well they shot the rock.
Golden State calls timeout. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
Warriors trail by 6. Pass to Kuminga. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Oh, what a play! It's snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Now here's MP, defended by Pajemski. Here's Irving. And the shot goes in. Irving's got 8.
You can tell he's feeling it. Hasn't missed a single shot all quarter.
Green, the pass to Payton. Now here's Kuminga. Outside Curry. Pass to Podziemski. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. The Mavericks lead by 8. To the right side. Here's Marshall, guarded by Payton. Marshall with the bucket.
They're really working the paint now.
Well, the Warriors shooting just 22% in the early stages of this one. Outside Podziemski. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to MP. Right wing. Here's Marshall, guarded by Payton. The rebound by Payton. Warriors trail by 10. To the middle. And Kuminga throws it down.
With some enthusiasm, Kuminga saw his chance to dunk it, and he took it.
And Dallas with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Irving. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And with things just getting started in this new season, Brett, what are you looking forward to the most moving ahead?
Yeah, BA, I think about last year's teams and the magic that they had to push themselves into playoff positioning. Do they still have it? But one of the more exciting things in terms of the storyline is which teams are showing some early chemistry that could threaten some of those teams from last year. That is something that we always gravitate towards. The fresh blood, the new team, the one that's going to be the underdog throughout the course of the year. And how far can they push it? Great job there from Payton. Set the screen, create space, slip away, and roll for the score.
Irving against Curry. And that one's good. Irving's got 12 points.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
And here's Podziemski. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. Curry, no good. Dallas leading by 10. Irving, the pass to MP. Down low. And Davis with the basket on the assist by MP. Davis has gotten his 2nd bucket of the game. Golden State with the ball. Outside Podziemski. Buries it from 3.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for the Mavs. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked. But the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
Here's Kuminga. The Mavs get their last shot to go. Payton, no good.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Irving against Curry. And that's good. Irving for 3. He's got 17.
You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Washington comes in for Davis. Thompson, he's checked in for Marshall. And Spencer Dinwiddie is subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Curry. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Oklahoma City. Now Looney. Healed on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Pass to Thompson. From downtown, on target from range. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Dallas has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Dinwiddie outside. Back to MP. Pass to Washington. Over Looney. Again, Dallas.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Offensive board. Can they get it? Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Derek Lively. And the first one at the line is good. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of height. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
2 points. That one goes.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
And it's Healed, missing.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
And there's Dinwiddie. That one's good. On the assist by Washington.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Now here's Looney. 9 points for him in his last game. Healed from outside. And the Warriors get it back. Another shot. The shot by Looney, no good. Dallas leading by 21. Dinwiddie passes to Washington. Kicks it out to MP. It's stolen by Curry. Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. The 3. Misses another. He's 0 for 4.
This is not what they need from him this quarter. He is way off.
Here's Dinwiddie. Yep, count it. Dinwiddie's got 6.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Well, it wasn't a pretty start for him, but now he's got a bucket to build on.
Looney against Washington. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Golden State has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. It's scooped up. Moody. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And just an incredible effort on the offensive glass.
Wow, follows it up with the putback to finish the play. Now here's Washington in the game against Denver. Very impressive. Good on the bucket.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Curry against MP. Curry, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Washington's shot is good. Give him 8 points now.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Lets it fly. They get it again.
Looney in the right spot there. Good presence on the inside as he boxes the defense out and sends the ball right up.
Now here's Thompson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Denver. And the basket is good. Thompson's got his second basket of the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Floats one up. They grab their own miss. Curry's shot is off.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Washington passes to Lively. Washington inside. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists tonight. Kyrie Irving has been on display for the Mavericks.
19.
Oh, what a quarter.
Mavericks, 46.
And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Dallas?
The most consistent attack on offense so far has been the mid-range jump shot. We'll see if they can keep that rolling.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. Moody is out there with Brandon Pajemski, and it's Payton in at the 3. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. The Warriors shooting just 28%, lacking confidence on offense right now. What a rookie year for Brandon Pajemski. A seamless transition into the league.
You talk about a guy who could come in and contribute right away. I remember the stretch last year. He had 3 straight games with double-doubles without a turnover. Now, that's some heady play for a rookie. Podziemski, he's got a great calmness and a great demeanor about him, but always willing to make the next play.
And it's hammered home by Green.
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
To the wing on the left. Irving looking around. Shot from 12. Chalk up 2 there. Irving's got 19 points.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Moody on the wing. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Out to the wing. Marshall inside, guarded by Payton. Here's Irving. The rebound by Payton. Payton's got 4 rebounds now. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Well, they're on the right path now, but still in a pretty big hole.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
Yes, it's good.
I wish Kyrie sometimes would just dribble out the 24-second shot clock. It's so fun to watch him on the handle.
Pass to Green. Outside Kuminga. To the inside. Moody. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Here's Irving. Oh, that was pure. He's got another one. Now 10 for 12.
And this is how explosive Irving can be. Such a clever and versatile scorer.
Golden State calls timeout. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive.
Substitution on the court.
Curry passes to Kuminga.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Looney.
2 minutes.
Back to Kuminga. 1:52 left to play in the second quarter. Clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And it's Hield missing.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
MP, the pass to Lively. Over Looney, and Lively with a basket on the assist by MP. MP's got his 4th assist with that last one. Golden State has gone 4 of 7 from 3 during the second quarter. Here's Hield. Still no points. Outside Curry, takes a 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Lively's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Dallas has gotten 7 of 8 3-pointers to go in this game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Washington's shot is good.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Now here's Curry. He's got 9. Left side Kuminga from the arc. No good on the shot. The 3 from Thompson. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
They already had the momentum going to the break. Now,
And so it's Dallas with 0 pressure as they hold on to a 35-point advantage. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Back after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Well, you look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he's been everywhere.
through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court right now for the Mavericks. Davis out there with Najee Marshall. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Daniel Gafford. And it's MP in at the shooting guard. And Brent, you've always seen the flashes. But now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga.
Well, BA, a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on. But the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development. And now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga. And Kuminga is so physical. He'll get a lot of these.
Davis against Kuminga. Nice move. And finished off by Davis.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Marshall at the line for 1.
Second half getting started, about a minute played. Curry against Irving. Fires the 3. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Irving finds MP. Outside Davis. To the wing, right side. 6 to shoot. Here's Marshall. And the shot goes.
Najee Marshall.
Marshall's got 9 points.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Daniel Gafford picks one up.
Steph with a great job there of finding the seam and just attacking the paint, trying to get as deep as possible. And he gets a little bit physical with him, but it'll pay off in free throw.
And so Curry nails both of them. Well, Brent, it's been a blessing to watch Stephen Curry in real time. But he's the kind of player, his highlights will stand the test of time for years.
The best shooter that's ever played the game. Yes, it's been a real treat, BA, to watch all of that happen. But Got to give credit to Steph. The early part of his career, shaky with the injuries, the confidence never wavered, and then all of a sudden, behind these magical hands, the game had changed.
And here's the fast break. Here's Marshall. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Here's Curry. No good. A bit long that time.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
On the wing, Davis. Guarded by Payton. And it's good. 2 points. He's got 12.
And they've come out of halftime really on a roll.
Curry passes to Kuminga. Over Gafford. And the Warriors miss again.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone. Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third-period run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
And the basket by Curry.
Trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game, 1 in each half.
From the stripe, and it's Dallas scoring again.
And guys, one thing that's triggered this run, their proficiency inside the three-point line.
Curry finds Green. Back to Kuminga. Shoots over Davis. And it's blocked by Davis. MP with it. Now Podziemski defending. And Davis slams it home.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics. Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do. And right at the top is guard that guy.
MP up top, defended by Podziemski. Here's Gafford. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Curry passes to Payton. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
Right around the painted area, that's where Payton likes to operate.
The Mavericks shooting an out-of-this-world 77%. Irving with it. 27 points for him. MP outside. Outside Irving. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks too.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, they're wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
To the paint. Here's Kuminga. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Irving finds Davis. And Irving, the bucket on the assist by Davis. Irving's got 9 points now in the second half. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Outside Moody. Inside, here's Kuminga. And that one's good. Kuminga's got 13.
Well, he's 1 for 5 in the quarter, and his body language is saying a lot about where his confidence is. Rattled just a little bit. Maybe the next open look will start him up.
Here's Marshall. He's watched by Kuminga. Marshall with the bucket. He's got 13.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Moody from outside. The Mavericks pull it in.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Irving, the pass to MP. Out to the right wing. Here's Marshall. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Moody misses. And so it's Dallas with it. Davis, the pass to Irving. And he makes it. Irving's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
Well, Kyrie constantly beating his defenders and so good in those tight quarters with the basketball.
Pass to Kuminga. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Both teams deciding to change it up. The Mavericks shooting a sensational 78% from the field in this game. Now here's Exum, guarded by Hield. Here's Davis. The rebound by Post. And here's Hield. No points yet. The Mavericks pull it in. Davis has got 9 rebounds now. Right side, Irving. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Golden State is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Outside Moody. Here's Pajemski. Uses the glass on the layup. Pajemski's got 11 points.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Here's Davis, and Davis slams it home.
Well, you combine AD's length and his skill, and when he's on like this, he's unstoppable.
Outside Pajemski. It's rebounded by Dallas. Well, when this game is over and done with, they'll be off to Utah and take on the Jazz. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on.
And making the most of that inside opening, that's almost too easy for Kyrie.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Pajemski. Off the mark there with a 3.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Davis hits.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Pass to Moody. Outside Hield. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, quick.
Here's Exum.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Mavericks.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
And it was a reliably solid performance from one of their key guys. A tremendous game for Anthony Davis.
And you have to love how he controlled the key, piling up blocks and putting fear into opposing shooters.
Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Moody is out there with Green. And it's Post in at the 5, down low. That's the Warriors 5. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to MP. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Warriors basketball. Substitution on the court.
And So Dallas takes this one by a big margin. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew.
Speaking of youth, you launched your own boys and girls youth programs a couple of years ago. What's it like to see the upcoming talent in those programs?
Yeah, I do have two programs with women and boys. School Henderson Elite and Team Scoop. Really just right out of my gym in Marietta, Georgia, and X-Play 360. Growing up, I always played on my dad's AAU team, and I always just played on the AAU circuit. And for me to kind of infiltrate that, it's fun to see how it's growing, just how much of a community center it has turned into, just welcoming a lot of people, a lot of young cats just coming through there. And it's not just basketball, it's a lot of things like school, ODDX gaming, like we got a lot of things going on at Next Place, so.
Young cats, I like that.
Like an OG.
It's OG.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got MP. Daniel Gafford is out there with Davis. Then there's Irving, and it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. And for the Jazz, the pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3 spot. Well, we know, Greg, early on in the year, teams still trying to figure out their rotations.
And it takes time before you find the rhythm you're looking for. Coaches will mix and match units to see what works best, with the thought also of the postseason.
Now here's Davis. Kicks it out to MP. Clock at 6. Here's Marshall. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Sexton the pass to Collins. Another shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal
And what I appreciate about Collins is he plays his role well and an efficient player because of it.
The Jazz shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
Now here's Davis. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
AD just shoving past the inside contact that time. Powerful move getting it done.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Kessler trying to get open. George with the bucket.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Now, Will Hardy talked to me a little while ago. Now, Coach immediately recognized the many talents of Kyrie Irving. One thing he pointed out was not losing Irving on defense. Coach said Irving is just as dangerous without the ball. We can't let him get behind us. We have to make sure someone is on him at all times. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And Davis sends it back.
Expert timing by Davis on the block. Right when the ball was at its apex, he got it.
The Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Pass to Kessler. It's rebounded by Dallas. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Now, here's Marshall. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Golden State Warriors.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Now, here is George. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And it's George finishing it off.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Irving after the basket by Utah. Count that bucket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Sexton for 3. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Here's Irving. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Kessler against Gafford. Outside, George. And the rejection by Gafford. Davis against Collins. Right side, Davis. Pass to Irving. A step-back shot here. And another basket for Dallas.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now George. He's coming off a 16-point game against Phoenix. And finished off by Collins.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Now here is Davis. 20 points for him last game against Golden State.
Yeah, but you can't talk about his performance without mentioning what he did defensively in terms of shot blocking. He was a force of nature.
Stolen by Collins. Here's Sensabaugh. 11 points last game. George with the bucket. George has got 6.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
MP outside. Out to the right wing. Now, here's Marshall. Defense right on him. George against Irving. Cans it from downtown. 9 points in the game so far. Jazz trail by 4. Utah calls timeout. Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. And I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards. But, man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on a season. And a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9" and 7-foot guys. Special.
George with the bounce pass. Collins in the post. He's guarded by Davis. Great D that time from Davis.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And the layup's good off the glass.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now, here is George. He's got 6. At the elbow, Sexton. And Davis sends it back.
A two-way star. AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
The Jazz making a switch here. Collier's checked in. Derek Lively, he's checked in for the Mavericks. P.J. Washington comes in for Davis. Here's Collier. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And the pass to Marshall. Here's the floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Marshall's got 6.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Kessler passes to Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Shot clock at 5. Will it go? Rebound by Marshall. Dallas leading by 8. MP finds Irving. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. 11 points in the game.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Sexton's shot is good.
He is just an explosive athlete. Sexton not at all fazed by the contact.
Irving with it. Guarded now by Sexton. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to... to make it a 3-point play.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're...
Substitution on the court.
George against MP. George, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. Filipowski's out there with Walker Kessler. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. Irving kicks to MP. It's Davis on the wing. Oh, AD through contact.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Pass to Sensabaugh. George up top. 6 to shoot. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
To the wing on the left. Now here's Exum. Tight defense on him. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. George against MP. And it's George finishing it off.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Davis finds MP. Here's Gafford. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
He lobs it up, and Kessler throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
No, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
And look at Sexton going all out, running hard to beat the defense back, and then finishing the play all by himself.
Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. A 12-point game. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, he has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. Oh, Davis down low.
You got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. Dallas making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in.
Maverick substitution. Dinwiddie.
Utah calls timeout. Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but do you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball. But I don't think anybody likes, 1, guys flopping the draw fouls, and then 2, whining when fouls aren't called.
Sexton finds Kessler. And here's Sexton. And Davis sends it back.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Sexton the pass to Kessler. Here's George. Lays it up off the glass. And 12 points for George.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Passes it to Davis. Sexton against Dinwiddie. MP outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Exum. And he uses the glass on the layup. Exum's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
On the wing, Dinwiddie. Defended by Sexton. Dinwiddie attacking. Basket counts. Dinwiddie's got his first basket.
Spencer Dinwiddie making these difficult drives look easy, but his size helps him and his concentration is excellent.
Sexton the pass to Kessler. And the rejection by Gafford. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. And Davis throws it down.
His ability to dominate games is what makes Anthony Davis a top-tier player.
Jazz trail by 20. George looking over the floor. And Davis sends it back. And again, Dallas running up the court in transition. MP outside. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Look at the Cavaliers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, for the Mavericks, they're just so locked in right now. It doesn't matter who they're playing. I know it's still early in the season, but they may turn out to be the team to beat.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Hendricks is checked in, and it's Collier in for Keontae George. Here's Dinwiddie, and that one is good. And the Mavericks lead by 20.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Sexton the pass to Hendricks. And the 3 off target.
2 minutes remaining.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
To the surprise of some, Derek Lively made an immediate impact as a rookie.
Count me amongst those folks, Kevin. I saw him in college, and I liked his potential, and I thought it would take a while longer for him to have an impact. But, boy, he has exceeded expectations in a big way. And because of his shot blocking and energy, running the floor, rim running, and the like, he's earned himself some nice minutes as a contributing player.
John Collins, he's checked in for the Jazz. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Colin Sexton. A three-pointer is right on target.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Collier, covered by MP. Kicks it out to Collins. No good, unable to end this run.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Dinwiddie passes to Lively. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Second personal foul, first team
Now some of the
foul.
best in the NBA right here. The top scorers, efficiency-wise. And you look at Lively, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Anthony Davis right there behind him.
You can't say enough about these two guys shooting this season. Both their percentages, just incredible stuff.
Marshall, he's checked in for the Mavericks.